Kevin Cottle, a 35-year-old executive chef from Plymouth, Massachusetts, would compete on the 6th and 18th seasons of Hell's Kitchen. Kevin is one of the more interesting contestants in Hell's Kitchen history, as on essentially any other season, he would be a Hell's Kitchen winner and GOAT status. And while he's still without question a legendary figure within the show, due to being overshadowed in season 6 and an all-time disappointing season 18 run, his status has taken a hit through the years. So today, I figured we'd take a look at the run of Kevin Cottle in Hell's Kitchen, and remember just how incredible this man truly was. Be sure to hit that subscribe and like button to support these story videos, and with that, here is the story of Kevin Cottle.
Bloody hell, here I go again.
As usual, the premieres for these big characters are pretty quiet more often than not, and Kevin was no exception, as we got his introduction during the Signature Dish, and would show his talent off right away in assisting Jim on the appetizers. But overall, not too much to take away from Kevin in the premiere. The second episode would be a little more interesting, as after getting a perfect 9 out of 9 on the shrimp challenge, his service with Tony on fish would be interesting to say the very least.
Flip it, go fast, go! Jim, scallops up,
Thanks to Kevin, the first appetizers
Let's go.
are finally leaving the Blue Kitchen.
Flip it over, put it in a pan, do it now, flip it. And I've just started cooking fish. 2 minutes, chef.
Who's cooking the fish now?
I'm taking this fish over, chef.
Reliable Kevin is being careful not to burn his fish.
That is raw.
Maybe a little too careful.
Hey guys, come here, all of you. Raw fish. That chef tells me it's cooked. That 4 eyes passed on to him.
So you could argue that Kevin didn't exactly help Tony that well on a night where he would get eliminated, but bless Tony's heart, it's not like he was long for the competition anyway, and his elimination was obviously overshadowed by a certain outrage minutes prior. But anyway, that would bring us into episode 3, the true start of not just Kevin's journey, but one of the greatest storylines in Hell's Kitchen history, as we would get 2 freak accidents in a span of minutes during the blue team's punishment.
Thank you. Walking up the stairs, the very top stair, click. Dude, that looks nasty, man.
Medic is coming now.
Wow. I knew something bad just happened to me. Extremely bad.
What's up?
What'd they say?
I have a torn FCR and a slight fracture of the wrist.
What'd they say about you? Ligament stretch. He doesn't think it's torn, so I had to put a boot on this one. This one's severely sprained. I got 2 legs that are all screwed up. Yeah, there's nothing gonna get in the way of the prize here. You know, I'm just gonna bite the bullet.
Despite this potential season-changing injury, this did not stop Kevin, as he would put on one of the best performances Hell's Kitchen fans had ever seen up until this point during service.
And Kevin is forging ahead.
I'm right behind.
Service, please. 2 chicken, 2 lamb.
Yes, chef. Well, I'm going up with the chicken next. I'm the cripple guy here. I'm the guy with not 1 bum ankle, but 2 bum ankles. But yet, no one else can keep up. I have the lamb.
The lamb's cooked perfectly.
Thank you, chef.
So despite a quiet first couple of episodes, Kevin is now a main character of the season, and if anything, looks like even more of a badass and fan favorite than Dave would end up becoming, as to lead his team like that on one leg is flat out incredible and admirable. Kevin essentially just became a massive winner contender as well, and it'll be interesting to see how these following episodes go. In episode 4, Kevin and Dave would actually be paired together, producing 2 sausage links despite their injuries, and he would have a good service on fish. Then the following episode, while he did get praised for his challenge dish, it wouldn't earn a point, but during service he would be very helpful to a teammate once again, this time helping out Jim once again on meats. And Kevin essentially being a leader and second sous chef in the kitchen is starting to become the norm for him during these services. Episode 6 will begin with Robert and Kevin working together on the calorie challenge dish. And not only did Kevin show great character by working well with Robert after the 2 got into it 2 days prior, but they would actually be the only pair to earn a point in an overall disastrous challenge for the blue team. But again, despite Kevin overall being a fan favorite and of course a great chef, as we've seen a bit already, he can sometimes be overbearing, and that really reared its ugly head in this episode.
Dave was in the caboose, so I had to fucking steer the thing. I need 2 spinach from you, 3 asparagus, 3 pieces of asparagus. I got 3 minutes. Everybody else?
I have 3 minutes.
Go then, please. Son of a bitch.
When Kevin yells at me, I could give a fuck.
Mashed potatoes ready?
Dude, I told you, 3 minutes. I still have 1 minute left.
That was about, 1 minute, 1 minute. Just cook.
So again, a great overall episode, but it's at this point we're in a battle between Dave and Kevin. While you could argue Kevin is doing just as well, if not better than Dave, edit-wise, these little glimpses of negativity has to make you think that Dave is the favorite to win. and episode 7 would be more of the same with Kevin's polarizing run, as while he was a big reason why the Blue Team was able to completely BS their win in the Vegas World Challenge, he would have without question his worst moment of the season thus far, when he pissed off Ramsey at the wrong time.
Let's go. Fucking Raw. All of you.
Yes,
come
sir.
here, come here, come here. Come here. And Kevin, you're starting to piss me off. Put it down. When I ask you to stop what you're doing, you better fucking stop it. Come here. Cocky. Fucking Raw. Happy now? Tossing your tagliatelle to make yourself look good. I'm serving raw rabbit. Chef.
But again, even when Kevin is having moments of negativity, it's not necessarily cooking mistakes, but still, it is hard to overlook this stuff. But yeah, after this, Kevin would essentially be great for the final portion of the blue versus red team phase of the competition, with no negative moments shown, as he would get a point in each challenge and a 1 out of 4 in the blind taste test, and he wasn't shown to make any mistakes during the services, and in fact continued to help the likes of Suzanne and Andy when they struggled. And so, to the surprise of no one, Kevin would earn a black jacket. And again, while on paper you could say he's the best chef out of the 6, his biggest competition in Dave has been highlighted for more when it comes to his injury story, and you'd be forgiven to forget about Kevin's ankle injury by this point, as the show simply hasn't highlighted it as much, not to mention his bits of negativity here and there. But again, the black jackets are now the time for Kevin to truly step it up, but ironically, he'll be put out in the dining room for the first black jacket service, and go figure, the black jackets would be awful, with half of them getting kicked out, and Kevin would have to come back in the kitchen to complete service along with Dave and Tennille. After Van's elimination, that would bring us into the final 5, where it actually started out very well for Kevin, as he and Ariel would both win the reward challenge. But afterwards, we would get some more negativity from Kevin, and I imagine at this point everyone was pro Dave when it came to Kevin versus Dave.
You need to think of Dave first, and is this worth it? There's 4 people standing in my way. 4 people, that's it. Dave, he truly poses a threat to me winning. I want him to leave this competition. Dude, if you do some serious fucking damage to your hand, I mean, that's your call.
If they want to try and, like, drive me into the ground, they can keep trying, because they're not even close.
I think you're jinxed.
Get out of the bar.
Even if Kevin truly thinks this way, you should never say that out loud. And again, this would be a very easy thing for the editors to crop out had Kevin won the season. Service wouldn't be that great either, honestly, as he would have probably his only true bad service of the season after he got off to a slow start on the appetizers. But in the end, he would avoid nomination, with Suzanne being the one to go home, and thus, Kevin is now in the Final 4. His Final 4 outing wouldn't get off to a good start though, as he would get last place in the vegan challenge despite his big talk. But more importantly, after doubting Dave with his injury for some time now, Dave would make Kevin look silly with an all-time great performance.
Lamb, please.
Going to the window, chef! The nerve in my wrist just shot up to my elbow, then it shot up to my ear.
Dave! Dave! I need you to get that seen to, okay? Come here.
I'm fine. No matter how messed up my wrist is, I can take the pain, and I'm here to stay.
Lamb, please.
2 lamb coming to the window, chef!
Despite his injury,
2 lamb coming to the window.
Dave manages to complete the first entrees.
I know I'm talking a lot about Dave here, but again, it's obviously hard to talk about Kevin without mentioning Dave, and especially during this endgame where we as the audience are trying to decipher a winner, stuff like this is impossible to ignore for even the most casual viewer. But anyway, that would bring us into the Final 3. The last Final 3 pass run until season 15, meaning that there's no wiggle room. You either put on a good performance to get into the Final 2, or get eliminated. Let's see how Kevin does.
1 risotto, 1 scallop. Heard!
Coming right up!
All right, let's go right now.
Coming to the pass right now.
All right, let's go, JP.
Good, let's go.
He's about to face his first test as sous chef Scott substitutes halibut for sea bass.
Halibut, sea bass. Sauce for halibut.
Is that a halibut?
I don't know.
Yes, that is a halibut. Can I get a sea? I'm positive. Can I
Oh
get
my
a-
gosh, chef, I can't believe it.
This isn't right. Ariel!
Yes.
You have a mid-rare, please? That's medium. I asked for mid-rare, please.
Can't cut this bone off. If I cut this off, it'll mess up the chop, chef.
Thank you.
Can you please cut the bone off these, please? Do you have another lamb, please? I can't serve
I
that.
told you that's what I was trying to say, is that it's ruining the chop if
Can
I
you
cut
just
off.
give me another one, please? I mean, it's lamb. That's all you got to do. It's easy over there.
It just fucking pisses me off.
Sauce.
Service.
Go, please. man. Good. Well done.
Despite arguably doing the best out of the three, Kevin would actually be the second chef to make it to the finale along with Dave, and thus, the impossible narrative came to fruition, as it would be a battle between a one-legged and one-armed man respectively. Truly unreal. And honestly, while I would usually show the service for Kevin here, again, there's really no need at this point, as while he did great, he simply wasn't beating the one-armed bandit.
Well done.
There was a moment of defeat, and defeat tastes bad. Took a deep breath, put my head back up, and the first thing I thought about is, I'm gonna show my kid it's okay. Never stop dreaming. Hold your head up high and know that you did your best.
So again, it's so interesting to watch Kevin throughout this season, as what he did this season is absolutely incredible. But since he didn't win, the editors couldn't make him too much of a fan favorite compared to Dave especially, and thus highlighted Dave's narrative a lot more than Kevin's. Not to mention that Kevin just in general had more negative moments than Dave, and thus, despite arguably being the best chef this season, and would likely be considered a top 5 Hell's Kitchen winner, his run would essentially be overshadowed by the one-armed bandit, as crazy as that is to say. And so, over a decade later, Ramsay himself realized that Kevin simply deserved one more chance at this competition after his legendary first outing, and was brought back as one of the 8 returning chefs in Rookies vs. Veterans. While he did have some stiff competition competing against other runner-ups and some seriously other talented chefs, one has to feel that Kevin is far and away the favorite to win this season going in along with T, and right away it would seem he would steamroll his way throughout the competition, as he would have the best dish from the veterans during this dinner dish, despite losing to Mia as the best overall. He was then shown doing fine during the first service, and then rallied the veterans despite a losing effort in the lunch service challenge. And after another service where he wasn't shown to do much of anything wrong, it seemed as if Kevin was indeed going to steamroll the season. But then during service 3, Kevin would have his worst service in his Hell's Kitchen career.
New York strip and fries, yes?
Walk to the window, walk to the window, walk to the window.
We got New Yorks. Kevin, they're not even hot.
They were in the oven for 3 minutes.
Hey, in the fucking pan. There's a pan smoking there. Hey, blue team.
Yes.
Yeah, what is that?
That's overcooked lamb, chef.
Lamb, guys.
I have a lamb right now, right now.
Right now we have it.
Fucking hell. Stop. What is happening? We're fucking slow. That's over medium to well, and this one's raw in the middle. Here we go, third time, lucky. The lamb's fucking raw.
Again?
What is happening? What is happening, guys?
Never had a seriously bad night in Hell's Kitchen. Ever.
Despite this awful night, Kevin will be given one more chance, as Ramsay would put all the men on the red team and all the women on the blue team, and thus, it's now a fresh start for Kevin. Hopefully this was just a bizarre one-time thing. Heck, episode 5 would get off to a good start, as he would earn a point for his new team. However, Kevin's first service with the red team and men wouldn't be a good one, to say the very least.
Right here, please, right here, please. Thank you.
I want to come back down the end here a minute. What I'm concerned about is just the way we're cooking the salmon.
You think that's raw?
Raw. Are you trying to be funny?
They're behind. Chef, halibut's here.
Terrible. Oh boy. Put your finger in there.
Yes, sure.
Just put your finger in there. Just identify how fucking ice cold it is. Fuck off out of here and have a great discussion about 2 individuals that you want to get rid of. Get out!
So like, I know Kevin probably deserves to go home, but surely Ramsay will give him one more chance given his resume. There's no way one of the best runner-ups in Hell's Kitchen history is going out this early, right?
Kevin, give me your jackets. I'm not feeling the desire. When you've got success outside this competition, you are nowhere near as hungry now as you were last time you graced this floor.
Thank you for the opportunity. Appreciate it.
Thanks for coming back.
Anytime.
Good luck.
Peace out.
Just simply unreal, as I don't think anyone would have ever thought in a million years that Kevin was not making it to at least the top 8, and a black jacket seemed all but guaranteed. But the fact that he was the 4th boot of the season is simply mind-boggling. And again, there's really no need for a deep dive here. As Kevin said it himself, he wasn't as hungry the second time around. And in a place like Hell's Kitchen, if even an ounce of you has not given it your all, it'll show in the worst of ways, as Kevin found out the hard way. And with that, that would be the full 2-season run of Kevin Cottle in Hell's Kitchen. Again, it's easy to view Kevin in more of a negative light than one should, given his negative moments in Season 6 and his awful Season 18 performance. But I think it's important to recognize just how dominant this man was in Season 6 on one freaking leg, arguably being the best chef of the season in spite, and likely would have won Season 6 had he not been going up against the biggest badass in Hell's Kitchen history. Again, Kevin is still rightfully considered by many a top 5 runner-up and overall legend of the show, but I truly do feel like he's still a bit underrated in the grand scheme of things, and hopefully this story video highlights why he should always be considered a Hell's Kitchen legend. So there you have it, guys, the rise and fall of Kevin Cottle in Hell's Kitchen. Let me know what you think of Kevin in the comments below, and be sure to hit that subscribe and like button, and I'll get you more story videos just like this. With all that said, take care everyone, and I'll see you next time.
Get out of there.